Alright, today I'm going to show you how to replace the belt on a John Deere mowing deck. This is a 48-inch deck. My mower is a 155C. Not sure how many different decks are compatible with the same model, so you might have to look that up. If nothing else, this is going to give you a general idea of how to replace the belt on your mowing deck. I have a different video where I show how to replace the blades, and in that video I show how to take off this mowing deck and how to put it back on. I'm going to take some of that footage from that video and I'm just going to basically put it right after what I'm saying to show how to do this, because I don't think I need to re-record that piece of it. So what I've done is the brake is engaged on my mower, so it's not going anywhere. I dropped the deck all the way down with that handle right there so you can see it's on the ground. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this belt right here. So what I've noticed is you could just pull the belt real quick and just start looping it around and it comes right off. Alright, so I'm going to take some needle nose pliers now and I'm going to start taking off these little cotter pins. You can see there's one right here. After the cotter pin's out, you want to push this bar out of the hole like that. Now we need to take out that one right there. There we go. And then you want to pull that piece off also. And there is a washer that just fell off that I need to make sure I get. And then I need to take this one off. Take off the washer and pull that off of there. Okay, and it's also a good idea to go ahead and take this off. You loosen it, twist it, and you can see it just pulls right out. And then you want to do the same on the other side. So you want to get this one right here again, that one right there. It's hard to see, it's kind of dark. And I'm going to go ahead and do those. I'm going to turn off the camera. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the deck out. Okay, so on this mowing deck, the first thing we're going to do is just take these covers off. This one's held on with 3 different screws, and I'm going to take those out. The other side over here is actually held on with 4, so I'm going to take those out. And then I'm going to come back to you with the tops off and we'll see what's the next step. Okay, you can see we have all of our bolts taken out, so we're just going to lift the top off on that side. We're going to do the same with this side, and we're ready to go. You could probably see, if it wasn't for dirt, my mowing deck would probably be in pieces. I think that's the only thing holding it together these days. So my advice to you at this point would basically be to get a camera or a phone that has a camera capability. Come up about this high where you could see the belt orientation and take a picture of it. In fact, if you need to, take a picture in several different angles, just because you can see there's so many pulleys. You don't want to, after you take the belt off, or maybe in your case you don't even have a belt on there anymore because it could have fallen off, but if you do have the belt on there, take a picture so you have that as reference when you put the new belt on. In my case, the belt didn't actually break completely, but you can see it's about ready to go. So I'd choose to replace it before it goes any further than that. If you're not sure how your belt goes back, a quick internet search for John Deere, and you can see I've already typed it, John Deere belt diagram, and I would put in my model number, but I'm not going to put in the model number just to show you how many are out there. A John Deere belt diagram search should give you the best results. So I'm going to click on images, and you could see there's tons of them. And you could see here's for the John Deere 130, here's a D140, here's a JD210. I'm sure if you typed in your model number, you would get a more specific belt diagram for yours. So if you don't know how your belt goes back, do this and you should be able to figure it out. So I think the next step is pretty easy. Basically, you just start taking your belt off completely until you can get it off. And then we're going to throw this thing away. And in cases like this, where you have that, I think the best thing is to just slide it up with it. And as the pulley goes around, you can just get it out. You see how I did that? So now I'm just going to take my old belt right here, get rid of it, and I'm going to go to my brand new belt right here. And I actually got this belt for about $16. I think I got it online. I could post some links to where I got it if anybody's interested, but I think you could probably shop around. I think my local hardware store wanted $50 for the same belt. I got the same model number and went somewhere else. Now, I personally think it's a good idea to take the old belt and the new belt and line them up to see if they're about the same size. The new belt is actually the one in the center. The new belt is the one on the outside. The one in the center is the old belt. You could see the way that I have it fitting here, it's really close, and I think that's just because the belt stretched out over time. So I think we have the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the belt on. I know it goes around this pulley and this one, and then I know the back of this. And here's a key: if it's a flat pulley instead of one that's sort of, I don't know, curved shape like the front of the belt, then the back of the belt goes on that pulley. So this would not be a pulley where the front would go on. This is definitely one for the back because the surface of it is really flat. So I'm gonna put the flat there. I know this goes around here. I'm going to come back up this way and just loop it in there. That's another one where it looks flat, so I know the back of the pulley goes, or the back of the belt goes there. I'm going to move this around. I'm going to do the same with this, the way I took it out, and we're ready. Okay, of course, don't forget to put the covers on. That cover went there. The other cover goes over here. Tighten down the 4 screws on this side, the 3 on this side, and then put it back underneath the deck and mount it back up there. Okay, here's a tip that somebody told me about, and I'm going to show you. Notice I don't have anything connected here. My front belt is not connected. Nothing's actually connected. Here's what they said to do. Roll the deck all the way to the front to meet up with these tires. Slip the belt on really easy, and then roll it back in place to go ahead and connect everything else up. That way the belt is already connected, everything's ready to go, and now all you have to do is put everything back together. So, I hope that helps. Okay, now we're going to take all of the stuff that we took off and we're going to reconnect them. So, I hope you've located where your washers are and all the other parts. So, here's this. We're going to put it in like that, and you take it, you go sideways and then turn up. And you can see that's on there. And then you want to take this piece, you might have to move yours around like I am, and put it back up there. And then we're going to need the washer right here. Okay, so you put the cotter pin in. Alright. Then you want to do the big one. Alright, then you want to do the next one. Now we're looking at the front. When I took this off, I didn't realize until I looked into all the grass on the ground. There's actually, I don't know if you could see it real well with my gloves in the way. Hold on. There's actually a washer that came off. So I'm going to put that back on. So here we go. You take this piece, slide it into place, put the washer on like that. Okay, so you put that in just like that. I don't know if you could see that good. There we go. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you. If it did, please give us a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe. Check out our other videos. Thanks.